Hey YouTube, I'm Steve Post, and today we're talking about one of the great historical diecast cars from Lionel NASCAR Collectibles. It's Austin Dillon's first NASCAR Nationwide Series win. It was the Feed the Children 300 at Kentucky Speedway, and Dillon turned in a dominating performance. He led the first 81 laps after winning the pole position. Pit stops took him out of the lead for a few laps, led 55 more laps, more pit stops, and then he led the last 56 laps of the race, winning by nearly 10 seconds over Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick, a dominating win for Austin Dillon. The historical importance of that win was big on a number of fronts. Let's talk about Austin Dillon, young race car driver, and he is going to be one of the big stars in the sport. You only get your first Nationwide Series win one time, and that was at Kentucky Speedway in 2012. A couple of other things that make it historical as we look at this diecast. Bass Pro Shops, Tracker Boats on the side of the car. It was their return to victory lane. Their last win in Nationwide Series competition was 2006 with Martin Truex Jr. driving a car owned by Dale Earnhardt Jr. But where this car really gets historically important is the black number 3. The Richard Childress Racing number 3 on a black car. And that is the first time since Talladega in 2000 that a black number 3 race car out of Richard Childress Racing went to victory lane. And that win back in 2000 was the great Dale Earnhardt. And really, the ties between Austin Dillon and Richard Childress, as you probably know, they're family. Austin Dillon is Richard Childress's grandson, and Richard has had him in race cars since he was a little kid. Ran a lot of races in dirt late models, had a lot of success across the Carolinas and Virginia, and then in 2010 moved to the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. 2011, just in his second year, he was the champion, and then in 2012 scored his rookie season in the NASCAR Nationwide Series, scoring the first win at Kentucky. He backed it up later in the year with a second win at Kentucky and finished the year third in points. So when you look at the importance of this car, it is a must-have for every collector with Dillon's first win and the return of that number 3 car to victory lane. But as is always the case with a Lionel NASCAR collectible, I love the detail involved in the car. As you can see, the hood opens up, giving you a really good look under the hood at the engine compartment and all the details. Steering on this car works. And all of the details on the underside is always amazing to me. The exhaust system, even the brakes and the suspension parts and all of the components. The other detail I like about this car, it was a victory lane car. And there's confetti and there's actually some race wounds on the front of this car, so it gives it a really authentic look and a great way to commemorate Austin Dillon's career first NASCAR Nationwide Series win. And this car is available at your local diecast dealer or at planbsales.com.